Hello, today is March 16th, 2021, and today we're going to be doing a video source inspection on these three controllers. This is the customer's PO number. This is Cytek's internal sales order number. So you can see that they all have individual tags dated today, and then we're going to go and then run individual tests on all three of these units. So stand by for that. Okay, so now continuing from the earlier, this is the first of the three PSC 101F controllers for brush motor tools. Power it up. You can see what version of software it has. Going through this check, telling you everything's okay. Up here is our test head simulator. And what you can see here is indicators telling you when your heaters or anti-static come on. These indicate what your solenoids of your tool are doing. And these would be your start and stop button. So right now in the idle state, you're going to see that your LPP, your low pressure purge, is on, and your rotor stop positioner is engaged to keep your rotor upright. We're going to run an abbreviated test cycle of 30-second rinse at 500 RPM, a 10-second purge at 1800 RPM, a 30-second dry 1 at 1800 RPM, and then a 30-second dry 2 at 500 RPM. And during that time, you'll see the solenoids acting accordingly. So let's start. As you can see, door is locked, rinse is on, RSP is disengaged. Down here you can see the amount of time remaining on a cycle and your RPM of your rotor. So in 10 seconds your purge is going to come on. It's going to accelerate to 1800 RPM. Keep in mind, on a brushed motor setup, it takes a few moments to get there. You see your heaters are on, your purge is engaged, comes on after about a 5-second delay, and your N2 is also on. And you see it stabilizing at the 1800 RPM program speed. Okay, at the end of dry 1, when it starts dry 2, you're going to see your anti-static come on for those units that are so equipped, and it will slow down to 500 RPM for the last 30-second cycle. As you can see now, dry 2, slowing down to 500 RPM, your anti-static is on. This unit's tag number is 16838. At the end of the process, everything turns off, your rotor engages upright, the door is unlocked. Now you can safely open the door and remove your product. This ends test 1 of 3. Hello, this is now test 2 of 3 PSC 101F controllers. Power it up, goes to the startup, see the version of EEPROM. All the self-checks are good. Up here is our head simulator. These will show when your heaters or anti-static comes on. These are telling you what your solenoid is doing in your tool right now. In the idle mode, your LPP, your low pressure purge, is on, and your rotor stop positioner is engaged. Your door is unlocked. All right, let's go ahead and start. We're going to run an abbreviated process. A 30-second rinse at 500 RPM, a 10-second purge at 1800 RPM, a 30-second dry 1 at 1800 RPM, and a 30-second dry 2 at 500 RPM. So let's start. You can see your door is engaged, RSP is disengaged in your rinse cycle. Our speed is stabilizing at 500 RPM. Okay, in 10 seconds our purge will start. It'll accelerate to 1800 RPM. You're going to see the rinse go off. And about 5 seconds after that, this will come on. See, heaters are already on. And your N2 is on. And we're accelerating up to the 1800 RPM. Now we transition into dry 1. which is the same speed, 30 seconds. Same thing, heater's on. At the end of dry 1, it'll slow down to dry 2 at a 500 RPM dry, and at that point your anti-static will come on if your tool is so equipped. And there she is. We're slowing down to our program 500 RPM speed. Okay, at the end of this process, the heater's going to turn off, the N2 is going to turn off, you're going to go to, your RSP is going to engage, and then your door will unlock. Your rotor uprighted itself, gauge, you're now free to remove your product. All right, this completes test 2 of 3. Hello, we are now going to start the third of our 3 tests on this unit here. Once again, this will be an abbreviated process, which consists of a 30-second 500 RPM rinse, followed by a 10-second 1800 RPM purge, then a 30-second 1800 RPM dry 1, and a 30-second 500 RPM dry 2. So we'll start it up. You can see it go through its LED check. You're going to see it go through the versions of software, checking the EEPROM and the RAM and the CPU. Up here is our SRD simulator. On here, these are simulating your solenoids. So tell you in your idle position that your low pressure purge is on and your rotor stop positioner is engaged. Over here are your heaters, your anti-static. And then you'll just see these change as we go through the process. So let's go ahead and start. You can see your door is engaged, your rinse light is on, your rinse solenoid is now activated. All right, in 10 seconds, we're going to go ahead and go to the purge cycle. At that point, your rinse will go out. About 5 seconds later, this guy is going to come on. The heaters are also coming on. Come on right about now. Now we're into the dry. The only difference is the purge is off for your dry cycle, your first one. At the end of your dry 1 cycle, you'll slow down to 500 RPM and your anti-static will come on if your tool is so equipped. There she goes. All right, we're in the last 30 seconds of the process. You can see it's slowing down to 500 RPM. Takes a little bit there to stabilize. At the end of the process here, all your heaters and anti-static is going to go out. Your N2 will stop. And when it slows down to 75 RPM, your RSP will fire and your door will unlock. Here's your upright. Now your door unseals. Now you can safely remove your product. And this concludes the third of 3 source inspections here. Thank you. Have a good day.